Im-A-Conspiracy-Theory-Enthusiast. I have, ever since I could remember, been obsessed with conspiracy theories. I have always just loved them and the ideas behind them. There is something so appealing to me about the idea of this subversive plot, this unseen world. I mean, how would we even know? There could be 1001 conspiracies going on right now and we would never know. So, I would trawl forums and watch videos and read articles about every theory ever imagined. I never believed them, however. I just liked the idea of these theories, the ideas behind them. Even the more preposterous theories were fun to think about. Things seem to have changed since I latched onto a new theory that I latched onto. The theory alleges some unethical and illegal practices by a certain corporation. I know what you're thinking, what company hasn't been accused of such a thing? But something about it really piqued my interest. Especially when I started digging. The guy who posted the theory wasn't the usual sort of cord-cutting, shack-dwelling, beard-having paranoid. He was claiming to be an employee working in the company's research and development division. He posted documents and other materials that seemed so real. He claimed that he was helping to run these experiments, and the things he had seen were gnawing at him. He claimed to work for a company by the name of Deloston Innovations, a pharmaceutical company who had dabbled in the technology industry. I decided to give search engines a spin, try to dig something up. I couldn't find a trace of this company anywhere. Every result was a site that was either from the 40s or looked like it was made for a beginner web development course. This made my interest in this conspiracy skyrocket. I mean, I was already interested, but now? There was always the chance that this was just a creative writing exercise, so I decided to retrace my steps. I went back to the post I had found, and it was gone. I mean, the tab was open, but the web page was blank. I refreshed and the page gives me a 404 error. Then things really got weird. My virus protection program alerts that the site isn't secure. I go to click on the alert when it disappears. Okay, I need to check the program itself now. I click on the shortcut for my software and it is gone. The shortcut was still there, but a box popped up telling me that the destination no longer existed. This kind of scared me, but at this point I was just confused. I figure some massive error, or the virus, or something, happened to cause the program to get corrupted or deleted. I then went back to my browser to reinstall the program. It was a free program after all. Then more weirdness happens. All my tabs had been closed except for my homepage. Maybe just more mysterious errors, right? I am still shrugging things off at this point. I go to the website of the antivirus, and it is taking forever to load. After a while, who knows how long, I get bored of waiting and try opening up another tab. It loads as fast as ever. I think maybe my computer has caught up, so I go to the other tab, still loading. This is the second to last straw. The last straw was when I went to alternatives. I tried some other security programs I knew of. Again, the pages refuse to load, even searching for them and clicking links does nothing. I go to my very last resort, an old disk I have with some archaic software. I figure it's better than nothing until I get my situation sorted out. The disk goes into my drive, and the computer detects it. I run the installation program, when suddenly my computer asks for a password. This was very weird as, since I live alone, I didn't have any kind of password on my computer. While I was digging around to try and see if there is a password for this software, the box disappears. It now shows me all of the data on the disk, which was nothing. The disk was totally blank, not a kilobyte of data. Once again, I try another disk, this time it works fine. Why can't I put security on my computer? I am feeling very paranoid at this point, so I keep digging around. I did this for an hour or so when I get a phone call. At this point, it's past 4 in the morning, so this just pisses me off. I shrug it off as a scam or telemarketers. I let the phone ring itself out while I rest my eyes. The call goes to my answering machine. The machine begins to play the message out loud. "Mr. Anderson, we know you are awake, pick up the phone right now." My heart feels like it is going to explode. Now the answering machine is silent, but is still playing their message. "Anytime now, Mr. Anderson. I won't hang up until you answer the phone." I press a button to hang up on them, stop the call, or the message, or whatever. I am scared to death at this point, soaked with cold sweat. I thought about what I should do next, when the phone rings again. I let it go to the machine. "Mr. Anderson, simply ignoring us will not make your problems go away. We will keep calling you until you listen to what we have to say." The room is spinning at this point. I feel like vomiting up everything I've ever eaten since the day I was born. I try and sit down, try to get a handle on this situation. The clock strikes 5, and it seems like the phone has been hung up. I breathe a sigh of relief. This must be some horrible prank, or a weird coincidence. That guy must be a bill collector with some wrong information and an aggressive strategy. This is where things go up another level. I am considering some rest when a very aggressive knock finds its way to my door. My blood runs cold. Who could be there at 5 in the morning? I feel so stiff, like I'm dead, rigor mortis in full effect. I somehow muster up some movement and creep toward the door. Before I can even make it there, I hear shouting. "Mr. Anderson, we tried the phone, but you weren't being cooperative. We really need to speak with you immediately. We cannot afford any delay. Open the door, and we are going to talk." Thoughts are racing through my head. Who did I piss off? What do they want to talk to me about? Are they really here to talk, or will this be the last time I answer that door? The last thought scared me the most. Are they going to let me live? I was just in blind shock at this stage. I walk to the front door, shaking like a paint mixer, and grab the handle. I turn it, and swing the door open. In front of me stand two men in black suits. The one on my left starts talking. "We are very sorry to bother you at this late hour, Mr. Anderson. We work for a large marketing firm that takes public image very seriously. We just want to put to rest any suspicions and maintain a clean, healthy image." I swayed a little bit, barely able to process his overly cheery demeanor. "We should talk inside." The man on the right boomed, not an ounce of cheer in his voice. They walked past me into my living room, and turned on the lights. I stumbled to an armchair, still quite dazed. They gave me this long spiel about how the site I found was from a disgruntled employee who was denied severance through an apparent clerical error. They said that the situation had been rectified when they found out and the man took down the site when he was told. I wasn't buying it, but I pretended I did. When they were done, they simply left. I closed the door, locked it again, and trudged to my bed. The sun now rising through the window, I hit the pillow like a ton of bricks. I don't trust these people, not one bit. I won't stop digging. Their attempts to silence me only have confirmed my doubts. I'll update with more.